welcome to the yard sales show for Sunday, November 21st. I'm Auntie Kay, Yard Sales Arena, along with Uncle Vinty, the vintage tool man, who is running the camera today. Well, yesterday we went to a wonderful estate sale in Annapolis, and they had great items, but a lot of them were a little pricey. We did pick up a couple of things though. Let me show you what we got yesterday. Look at this. Can you see that? This is an 1800s, probably mid 1800s, maybe 1840 spinning wheel made out of oak. It has everything here except for the, I guess you would call it the drive shaft that connects down to the treadle. But that's made out of a relatively thin piece of oak, and it probably is fragile and the kind of thing that breaks a lot. So Uncle Vinty is going to make us one of those, and we're going to try to match the stains so that we actually have a functioning spinning wheel. Not that I am going to be spinning any yarn or thread, but I have to show you this. Look at this. They even gave me some cotton. Is that cotton?
I don't know.
Cotton or wool?
Smell it, see if it's wool. Maybe wool. What does it feel like?
You smell it. It feels more like wool.
All right, it's wool.
Okay, I think it's wool.
Looks more like wool to me.
It's wool. Okay. So anyway, you would put the wool on here and spin it around, and it would get thin, and then it would actually wrap up around here. This would actually be out to the side. Yeah.
I don't know.
Lots of work just to get your thread or your yarn, and then you had to put it on a loom and weave it into material. Fortunately, I don't have to do that. So $85 for this wonderful, wonderful spinning wheel. And can't remember what they had on it, 90 something, 96? 96. So she gave me a little bit of a break yesterday. And then I also bought this Jack Daniel's brass oil lamp. You know, I collect the oil lamps. And this is vintage, and people collect things like Jack Daniel's. So it's really important that I don't break this chimney, because that's where it says Jack Daniel's, and that's where the value is. I paid $10 for this lamp. So that's what we got yesterday. Then this morning, I teach a fitness class, so we couldn't get back to the estate sale until really late, an hour before they were closing. But I've told you this before, at least in my area, the estate sales tend to chop the prices the second day because they need to sell those items. And that's what it was. When we got there, it was half price or better. So what did I buy? Well, one thing that I bought was this really neat brass, what do you call it?
Stove lamp.
Well, I know, but what kind of a stove? Wood stove? Wood stove?
Yeah.
Old wood or coal stove lamp. It's got, even has some little brass pots and pans and a coal hod. We didn't see this yesterday, but this had 64 on it, so we paid 32 or maybe around 30 because she knocked off some additional money off of the items. Something else that I saw yesterday were these wooden shoe forms. They had 20 for the pair yesterday, so we paid 10 today. I didn't see these yesterday, and they said they hadn't put them out until right before I came because they didn't find them. But these are cast iron pans. This is a Griswold, and it will clean up nicely. It looks yucky, but it will clean up, and Griswold is very collectible. And this little flat pan is a Wagner. I know you're not going to be able to see this on here. But again, Griswold and Wagner are both very collectible. Uncle Vinty's given me the eye. Okay. The whole reason that we went back to the estate sale today was to see if this cradle would still be there. They had $75 on this yesterday, and that was just a bit too rich for my blood. And this was quite dirty when we bought it. It had a lot of, what do you call that, Uncle Vinty, on it?
Mold and mildew.
Mold and mildew on it. It really looked pretty yucky. I spent about 10 minutes with a bottle of Pledge and an old towel. Looks fabulous. So we got this. I think for all the items I bought today, in addition to half off, she gave us about $10 in addition off. So this ended us costing us about what, $35? About $35 for this gorgeous cradle. I just love it. Okay, then one other item was this. It's a sewing machine. It's an old Singer sewing machine, and hang on a minute, I am gonna open it up and take the sewing machine, bring it up so you can see it. But all the little attachments are with it, and the little booklet, the instruction booklet, and the date on the instruction booklet, the last copyright date was 1941. So we think it is early 40s because Ryan's mom, or Uncle Vinty's mom, excuse me, had one similar but was newer, and that was in the late 40s. Okay, Uncle Vinty, you want to come help me move all my stuff so I can show him my sewing machine?
I can't turn the thing off.
Okay. Here.
Okay, just lift it up.
I'm trying to move the lamp though.
Just set it on the table behind it.
I'm going to, but I've got to get back over here. I don't want to break anything.
We'll see how Howdy thinks about this.
It's all right. That was my $2 yard sale find.
Howdy likes it.
It was actually a
He's always
friend
happy.
of mine having a benefit for the Girl Scout troop. Whoa, did you see that? Oh, all right, okay. Gosh, I am a bull in a china shop today. Okay, it opens up. Can we have a drum roll? Am I going to be able to get this out of here? Oh yeah, yeah.
Flat. There you go.
There we go. Look at this. It's really nice. It's not a real fancy one, but with the Singer company, you can go back and go on their website and you can date specific machines. So that's what I will do after I get done taping the show. It needs a little bit of refinishing, and one of the legs is broken, but we can put a dowel rod. Is that what you mean? No.
Dowel pin.
Dowel pin.
Yeah, dowel rod.
And fix that. And it just needs a little bit of surface work, but it's really a quite nice table. And we actually have the matching stool that goes with it, the same legs. So this is really quite nice, and we paid $15 for both of these. I thought that was great. The electrical wire is frayed quite a bit, so before we turn it on and see what kind of problems it might have, we're going to replace the cord. But I think that's it. Was that it, Uncle Vinty? Can you think of anything else we got? So actually, even though there weren't very many yard sales or even estate sales this weekend, I think we did pretty good. We are really happy with our purchases. I love this cradle. I think it's wonderful. And my spinning wheel, I've always wanted a spinning wheel. But again, they can be quite expensive, and I was really happy with the price, $85 for that. All right, I think that wraps it up for the yard sale show for Sunday, November 21st. We'll be back next week. We won't be back next week. Next week is Thanksgiving. We'll be back the week after next with more yard sale finds.